That was his. That was the only time he talked about the takeoff thing, and yeah, there's a few other videos I wanted to like fucking react to tonight. Salute to this guy, Crime Circus. I think he's got to be from Florida because he's pulling up all these Florida videos. He's pulling up all these Florida videos of interrogations and shit like that, and we have one here.
Now, within a couple days of the, did you?
So this guy right here is Ksoo'S dad, okay? And this clearly looks like, this looks like, and let me put a little context on it. By the way, I'm not an attorney. I do believe I'm a highly educated person. I do try to do some research to make sure I'm a little bit knowledgeable of what I'm talking about. Just not shooting from the hip. But I'm definitely not an attorney, right? And also, even if you are an attorney, if you're not an attorney in that county, right, much less state, the rules vary and the laws vary all over the place. You get what I mean? We're going to talk about Tory Lanez situation soon. The lawyer he just hired, higher-powered attorney, but that attorney's not licensed to practice in California, which is interesting. We're going to talk about it in a second. However, what I can say about this, what this appears to be to me, and that's what I'm saying, I'm not an attorney, but it appears to me to be this, and this is why I say when people say, well, how did Gunna tell, right? Usually when you enter into a plea, sometimes you're going to have these sessions. It could be a proffer sessions or whatever the case is. You got to give the information up, my nigga. Like, right? So you know how Gunna said, I know that other dudes in YSL did crimes. If you want to be stupid and think that they didn't sit in the room with him like this and say, so tell us the crimes. Like, you think they're going to be like, oh, okay, we're taking your word on that, wanna. You get what I mean? The nigga name is Gunna Tello, for God's sakes. Come on, Gunna, tell us the crimes. You get what I mean? So it was probably one of these sessions. This is probably, if you ask me, after his lawyer probably negotiated something that was going to be a plea, right, where he was going to cooperate, but he was going to like either get some charges dropped or face significantly less time. Now he got to tell the prosecutors what they want to hear, okay? By the way, does he got a Nike slides on? See you, my boy? My boy got the Nike slides on, though.
Do you see anything on social media posted by your son, Hakeem Robinson, that concerns you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that specifically?
Welcome to
By the way, once niggas start to telling, it's usually yes, sir, and yes, ma'am.
Crime Circus. This video features a man named Blue from Jacksonville, Florida. He's ATK Ksoo'S daddy. He is telling everything about his own son.
Let's hear what he has to say for himself.
We are? All right. Mr. Robinson, again, Joel Cooper with State Attorney's Office. Here to take a sworn statement from you. If you would, please raise your right hand. Mr. Robinson, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you can put your hand down. You understand that the oath you just took is just like taking an oath in court, and that if you lie in a material way, that is a felony. It's called perjury, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today, Mr. Robinson, are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medications that would affect your ability to tell the truth?
So this is what I'm thinking. They're getting these guys' statements on file. Like, remember, just like how they got Kelsey interview on file, they're getting this on file, but they already gave this guy a plea. So now he just got to just say it here. Now, he might need to say it again in court. Now, if he tries to do a Kelsey, they're going to play this video in court. You know what I mean? They're going to call him against his son, and if he's not willing to sit in front of that court and say, yeah, my son did kill them niggas, they're going to say, wait, are you having amnesia? Oh, okay, hold on. We got you. Let's play the video. This is what I think they got a video like this of Gunna. I'm going to be honest with you. And if they do, which, Gunna's a really rich guy, I would imagine that his lawyer has probably either have already or by the conclusion of this trial will file motions to suppress that the press or nobody could find that video. But I would imagine that there would be a video of him just like this.
No, sir.
any physical or emotional conditions that would affect your ability to tell the truth?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you in any way to give a statement here today?
No, sir.
And you also understand giving these statements under oath freely and voluntarily that they could be used against you in your case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you need any more time to discuss anything with your attorney, Mr. Rockwell, who's also present?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Robinson, do you have a nickname?
Yes.
And what is your nickname?
Yo, you could tell the lawyer not even cool with the snitching. This nigga on Twitter, like, I can't wait to tweet. This nigga a rat. yo, even the lawyer was just like, yo, your lawyer's supposed to be paying attention, man. This nigga on Twitter right now.
Name.
Blue.
Do some people also refer to you as Big Dog?
Yes, sir.
Now, in your case that you have pending involving myself, 20 CF 8261, there are multiple other individuals, co-defendants, that are also pending involving that matter. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that includes one of your sons, Abdul Robinson Jr.
Yes, sir.
And what do you call him?
Kareem.
Karim?
Yes, sir.
And that's his middle name?
Yes, sir.
Does he also have other nicknames?
Yeah.
Do people sometimes refer to him as Little Blue?
Yes.
Do they sometimes refer to him as Crazy or K Crazy?
Damn. Imagine your name is Blue and you snitch on Little Blue. It's like Big Act snitching on Little Act. This shit crazy. What?
Crazy.
Yeah, Crazy K.
Crazy K. Okay. Hakeem Robinson is also your son.
Yes, sir.
And a co-defendant in your case. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And does he have a nickname?
Oh.
What do you call Hakeem Robinson?
Keeman.
Do all other people also call him Queso?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leroy Whitaker is another co-defendant.
Yes, sir.
What is his nickname?
Skyler.
Okay. And finally, we have Dominique Barner, who is another co-defendant. What is his nickname?
Butter.
How long have you known Dominique Barner?
I've been knowing him I knew his father. I've been kind of knowing him all his life.
Most of his life?
Yes.
Did your family also know Butter? And what I mean by that, does Hakeem Robinson know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He knows Dominique Barner.
Yes, sir.
Does Little Blue Abdul Robinson Jr. know Barner?
Yes, sir.
And
All right. They're establishing some baseline facts. Let's skip into it a little bit.
did he also use multiple cell phones?
Yes, sir.
And was it common for you to speak to Hakeem Robinson over the phone?
Yeah.
And so in January of 2020, was Hakeem Robinson using phone number 904-704-1595?
Yes, sir.
And did he also use phone number area code 478-305-9583?
Yes, sir.
In January of 2020, was Leroy Whitaker's phone number area code 904-803-3671?
Yes, sir.
And again, you communicated with all of these individuals over the phone.
Yes, sir.
Did he want to find out who was responsible?
Yes, sir.
And was that in fact something that, as a family, Hakeem Robinson, Abdul Robinson Jr., that y'all discussed, trying to figure out who was responsible?
Yes, sir.
Was Leroy Whitaker close to?
Not really.
What about Dominique Barner?
I don't think he was close to him. He knew him, though.
But Hakeem Robinson and your other son, Abdul Robinson Jr., were closer to him.
Yeah.
Now, today you're obviously familiar with the person.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As it relates to your case.
Yes, sir.
And his nickname.
Yes.
Now, he was shot and killed on January 15th of 2020 at a shopping center on Merrill Road. Are you aware of a song put out prior to him being shot and killed in January 2020?
Yes, sir.
By the way, chat, who just sent me the drops, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I already got the drops I wanted.
I've seen him do it.
He sent me a bunch.
I've seen him do it. When he said I killed the nigga and I did that, I've seen him do it.
Yo, whoever who did this, do the same thing for the I fell out to my knees shit. I be playing it off Twitter. I don't got the full drop. I like this, though. I like this. I'm going to get a stream deck and put that bitch in there.
It's just wrong. That's what I like about Skinny Me music. It's just wrong.
Nah, I love this shit.
I've seen him do it.
All right, let me check.
And what was your understanding of what that song was about?
It was a diss song.
So you said a diss song?
Yes. Yeah.
So it was
Talking bad, man.
talking bad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Talking bad. Who brought that song to your attention?
Oh, really social media.
Did Hakeem Robinson know about the song?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever talk to you about the song?
Yeah.
Okay, and how did he feel about the song?
He didn't like it.
What
Yo,
about,
this is aggressive snitching. I kind of understand what niggas be saying. Like, there's levels to the snitching. This is aggressive. He's saying shit he probably don't even gotta say.
Abdul Robinson Jr.? Did he ever mention the song to you?
Yes, sir.
How did he feel about it?
He didn't like it either.
Now, going again back to January 15th of 2020.
This nigga not only saying he seen him do it, he giving the motive, he giving the setting, he confirming phone numbers, he's saying everything, bro.
That day, were you called by Abdul Robinson Jr., your son?
Yes, sir.
And was that from a number that you recognize as belonging to him?
Yes, sir.
What did he want?
He wanted me to go pick up Scotty.
Okay. And I know it's hard to just if you can keep your voice up for me. But you said Abdul Robinson Jr. wanted you to go pick up Scotty.
Yes.
Leroy Whitaker.
Yes.
All right. Did you also get phone calls from Leroy Whitaker?
Yes, sir.
And what did he want?
Telling me where he was at to come pick him up.
Did he tell you if he was alone or did he have anybody with him?
No, he said him and Buddy was together.
So Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Varner.
Oh, he was next to a crash car.
Did that car crash? Was it on the street or in a yard? Do you remember?
It looked like it was kind of like in a ditch or a yard. It looked like it might have been in like a ditch or something.
So was that near a house?
Yes.
Like in the front yard of a house?
Yes.
And you drove past that.
And both of them had on pajamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember anything specific about either one of them?
Yes, with some Mountain Dew pajamas.
Damn.
Today, do you remember which one had that on?
I think it was Dominique.
Dominique Varner?
I think so.
Did they have anything in their hands as they came out of the house?
Yeah, they had some more clothes in their hand.
Both of them?
Yes, sir.
Immediately concerned for anybody else.
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
Keeman.
And that's Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
And why were you concerned for Hakeem Robinson?
So I know that's their little friends circles, and he wasn't there. It was just them.
And so is it common for Hakeem Robinson, Leroy Whitaker, and Dominique Varner to hang out together?
Yes, sir.
And so when he wasn't there, you were concerned for what might be going on with Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
Did you express your concern to Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Varner?
Yes, I kept asking like, where Hakeem at? Or Hakeem, where Hakeem at? I kept asking like, where Hakeem at? And that's when they finally told me he jumped out the car and ran another way.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you just to be careful with your hands and your mouth just because of the recording. Who told you that, did both Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Varner talk to you about the car that crashed?
Yes.
And what you mentioned just a moment ago that they said Hakeem Robinson got out of the car.
Yes, sir.
Tell me specifically what, did Dominique Varner say that to you as well?
Both of them said it.
Okay. What do you specifically remember them saying?
That they crashed the car, the police chasing them, and Keeman jumped out the car. They went one way, he went another way.
Did they say whether or not Hakeem Robinson, Keemy, had anything with him when he jumped out of the car?
Yeah, they say he had a gun with him.
Did Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Varner
I've seen
mention
him
to
do
you
it.
and-
I've
if
seen
anything
him
had
do
been left
it.
behind in the car after it crashed?
Yep, they said they left a gun in the car behind.
Okay. And did Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Varner tell you anything about what may have transpired or was going to transpire before the crash?
Before
Yo, this whole video is like, this is the video depiction of the saying, I brought you in this world and I could take you out, man. This nigga is kind of looking at it like, yo, listen, fuck my son, man. I brought him into this world. If anybody deserves to do some time, it's him.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Before the car crashed, did Dominique Varner and Leroy Whitaker say anything about what someone in the car maybe was going to do as they fled from the police?
Oh yeah, shoot at the police.
And who was going to specifically be the one shooting?
Keeman.
And hearing all of that information, were you still concerned for
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I was very much concerned.
In addition to that information, did you learn about being shot and killed?
Yes, sir.
And who told you that?
Scotty explained to me that it was a guy that got shot. It was a little while back before this situation at a gas station that made the song.
So Leroy Whitaker was explaining to you it was a person that had been shot once before?
Yes, sir.
And who shot him the time before?
He did.
Scotty?
Scotty.
And the reason was because of a song that he put out?
Yes, sir.
And so when he told you that information, were you aware of who this person was?
Yes, sir.
Having gathered all of that information and what questions or statements, communication, I guess, did you have with Leroy Whitaker and Dominic Barner about where Hakeem Robinson was located?
Where he was located
Yeah.
at? I asked him where he was at. I kept, pressing where he was at, and that's when they told me that the young lady had picked him up.
Who told you that?
Scott with Leroy Whitaker.
And what lady are you referring to? It was your understanding from Scotty that Hakeem Robinson up.
Yes, sir.
Now, within a couple...
You know what's crazy? This nigga ain't say, I can't recall. Nah, I don't remember that. Nah, not sure. He ain't say that once, bro. Anonymous, he said, yo, what's the point of a lawyer at this point? I think the lawyer just trying to make sure that, he don't tell too much. Like, yo, bro, don't tell so much that they catch you for another crime, okay? Just only tell on this current crime right here.
Couple days of... Did you see anything on social media posted by your son, Hakeem Robinson, that concerned you?
Yes, sir.
And what was that specifically?
Oh, it was they call it the story. It's on the story saying that kill a nigga and get his toes done.
And was that depicting Hakeem Robinson?
Say what?
Did that, you said it was on the story, was that like Instagram story?
Yeah, Instagram story.
And was that something that was posted by Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
When you saw that, were you upset?
Yes, sir.
Did you try and reach out and speak to Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And when you spoke to him, what did you tell him?
I told him he need to take that shit down.
Did he deny being involved when you told him to take that down?
No.
Now, as part of the discovery in this case, you've had an opportunity with your attorney to watch what I'll refer to as a dash cam video, a video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video, could you see what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Could you see how the shooter ran?
Yes, sir.
How the shooter moved?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see the firearm that was used?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, when you...
God damn. This nigga made Gunatello look like a rookie.
You watched that video of the murder of Charles McCormick, did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Yo, he answered the question before they finished saying the question.
A video that actually recorded the murder of Charles McCormick, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've watched that?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you watched that video, could you see what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Could you see how the shooter ran?
Yes, sir.
How the shooter moved?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see the firearm that was used?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, when you watched that video of the murder of Charles McCormick, did you recognize the shooter?
Yes, sir.
Who was the shooter in that video?
Hakeem Robinson.
Your son, Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
And obviously he's your son, so you're very familiar with him.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with his height and his build.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with how he walks and runs.
Yes, sir.
You've seen him move in music videos.
Yes, sir.
Did he have dreads back in 2020, January of 2020?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen him wear hoodies?
Yes, sir.
Is that common for him to wear?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen him wear the hoodie with it pulled up over his dreads?
Yes, sir.
At this point, he might as well just say, nigga, I bought him the outfit he killed that nigga in. That's how I know it. That's how I know it.
I seen him do it.
That's how I know it.
I seen him do it.
God damn.
And did that look similar to what was captured in the dash cam video of the murder?
Yes, sir.
And again, as Hakeem Robinson's father, when you look at that video, to you, that is Hakeem Robinson.
Yes, sir.
When you watched that video, was there anything about the clothing that also stood out?
Chat.
And I fell down to my knees when the law came. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
This nigga, this is aggressive telling, bro. This is like, this is telling for extra credit.
No, it was the shoes though.
And what was familiar about the shoes?
No, I hadn't seen the gray and white Jordans before.
On who?
On Hakeem.
Okay, so you've seen Hakeem Robinson with shoes that appeared to you to be the same as what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Anything about the firearm looked familiar to you?
Yo, this nigga is telling so much, even the cop is like, yo, holy, this is crazy. Look at this nigga like just wipe his face with his hand, like, what the fuck?
When you watched that
Watch
video,
this guy, he down here.
Was there anything about the clothing that also stood out?
No, it was the shoes though.
And what was familiar about the shoes?
No, I hadn't seen the gray and white Jordans before.
On who?
On Hakeem.
Okay, so you've seen Hakeem Robinson with shoes that appeared to you to be the same as what the shooter was wearing?
Yes, sir.
Look at
Anything about the firearm looked familiar to you?
God damn.
Yeah, it looked like I seen on the video before.
You believe you've seen that firearm on what?
A video?
Okay, what kind of video?
Music video.
Do you remember the name of the music video?
Bang It Out.
Now, when that music
Yo, this nigga got the memory of a fucking elephant, nigga. He remember every fucking thing, nigga.
video was recorded, were you actually present?
Yes, sir.
This nigga was remembering facts they didn't even ask him. Yo, he had the Mountain Dew pajamas on. Yeah, the pajamas with the Mountain Dew joints on it. Yeah, that's the pajamas. Like this nigga, he's remembering everything.
And was Hakeem Robinson in that video?
Yes, sir.
Did Hakeem Robinson in that video, was he holding two different firearms?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you recall what one of the firearms was?
Draco.
All right. And then the second firearm, was that could you describe it? What color was it?
Black.
Okay.
Short.
Okay. And is that the firearm, the black short firearm in that video, that you believe to be the same or similar firearm that you saw in the dash cam video of the murder?
Yes, sir.
God damn.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Listen, chat, at this point, they might as well ask that nigga the serial number for the gun. Do you know the serial number of the gun, brother?
Now, since you were present for the filming of the Banging Out videos, were the two firearms, the Draco and the short black firearm Hakeem Robinson had, were they real firearms?
Yes, sir.
And did Hakeem Robinson have that short black firearm that was depicted in the video prior to the death of Charles McCormick?
Yes, sir.
After Charles McCormick was shot and killed, did you ever see Hakeem Robinson with that firearm, that short black firearm again?
No, sir.
Did you still see him with the Draco?
Yes, sir.
Now, during this case, Abdul Robinson Jr., he was arrested last, correct?
Yes, sir.
Prior to him getting arrested, was he aware that there was an arrest warrant outstanding for him?
Yes, sir.
And once he was aware of that, did he flee Florida and go to another state?
Yes, sir.
And he was trying to hide from law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
Do you also know a person? And so, has he ever been to your house on Brown Jersey Court before?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all the questions I got, Mr. Robinson. Thank you.
Yo, this nigga aced the test. I've never seen such a thing. This nigga aced the whole test, bro. Yo, the prosecutor looking like, damn, I ain't even got no more questions. This nigga told the truth on every fucking thing. This nigga aced the whole fucking test. Julio Fulio said this is how you're supposed to handle.
You gotta think about what he did.